We are keeping a close eye on government officials awaiting any COVID-related announcements. Good evening, I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Kim Clooney, and the number of cases here and nationwide are on the rise. We have team coverage for you tonight. 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer is standing by with more from one of Rhode Island's largest hospital groups. But first, Anita Buffoni attended Governor Dan McKee's briefing today, where we learned as of right now, the indoor mask mandate will not be reinstated, but everything is still on the table. There was also a tense disturbance at the briefing. Anita joins us now live from Providence with the details. Anita?
Well, Governor Dan McKee said several states currently have an indoor mask mandate, but as of right now, Rhode Island will not be one of them. McKee making this announcement shortly before a woman had an outburst at his weekly briefing. An emotionally intense disturbance happening in the middle of Governor Dan McKee's briefing. A state employee interrupted the briefing to draw attention to what she called emotional abuse and domestic violence situations generally. The governor's state police detail stepping in, McKee later letting her speak.
I want to speak because I'm being abused for somebody that was here in the state.
Target 12 spoke to the woman after the briefing. She says she has been wanting to speak to the governor, adding she is seeking to start a nonprofit to educate kids about signs of controlling behaviors. The governor's staff says they will be in contact with her later. The news coming out of the briefing, McKee says he's not ready to reinstate an indoor mask mandate, but the conversations are happening.
Discussions about where that could possibly be, if in fact there was a need to do that.
McKee is keeping a close eye on hospitalizations and their capacity. The state is exploring the idea of utilizing FEMA and the National Guard to help with staffing shortages.
My team is exploring any and all options to help build staffing capacity at the hospitals.
There has been a delay with COVID test results. The governor says the health department is looking to utilize private labs to help with those turnaround times. So what will it take for Governor McKee to reinstate an indoor mask mandate? He says right now what is driving the concern is staffing, not infection rates. For now, live in Providence, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
Tonight, Governor Dan McKee is pushing back against calls from doctors and hospitals to reimpose a statewide indoor mask requirement. I'm Kim Clooney.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. The Rhode Island Medical Society says they're going to, quote, raise the roof on the mask issue, saying it's the only way to avoid overwhelming hospitals again. Today, the health department reported more than 1,100 new cases, pushing the total number of confirmed cases in the state to more than 200,000.
Unfortunately, another 2 people have died. Hospitalizations were down slightly, but both the governor and hospitals say it's staffing shortages that are squeezing them. Our Brittany Schaefer is standing by on the hospital situation, but first, 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni updates us on the governor's briefing live from Providence. Anita?
Well, Kim and Mike, despite being pressured by top doctors in the state to reinstate the indoor mask mandate, Governor Dan McKee says he's not ready to do so, but says that everything is still on the table. All of this coming after a state worker disrupted his briefing in an attempt to bring attention to domestic violence generally. It was an emotional few minutes at Governor Dan McKee's briefing after a state worker disrupted it, seeking to draw attention to what she calls the epidemic of domestic violence.
I want to speak because I'm being abused for somebody that was.
The governor's state police detail stepping in to remove her, McKee then letting her speak. Target 12 spoke to the woman who says she has been trying to meet with the governor. She used the briefing as her opportunity to do so. McKee's staffers provided contact information after the briefing so she could get in contact with their office. That aside, the governor was asked about whether to reinstate the indoor mask mandate. Governor, any plans to reinstate the indoor mask mandate?
Yeah, so we're open to it. As I've stated yesterday, everything's on the table, whether it's masking or whatever it is. Right now, we're not ready to do that.
Staffing shortages at local hospitals are an ongoing concern. The governor exploring the idea of asking FEMA and the National Guard to help. As for COVID testing, results are taking longer than usual. The health department looking to utilize private labs to help speed up the process.
Turnaround times must get back to where they used to be.
Now, the governor wouldn't clearly say what benchmarks would need to be met in order for him to reinstate that indoor mask mandate, just saying the driving concern right now is staffing shortages at hospitals, not infection rates. Live in Providence, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.